In my personal coaching business, there's a little test that I put people through when they first begin coaching with me, and it's a test that determines the level of passion and enthusiasm that they have in their life. I'd like to share this test with you today. I think it'll be very revealing to you, and I believe you can use it as a diagnosis, and you can use it to determine maybe some changes that you can make in your life that can begin to infuse your life with greater passion and enthusiasm. The first question is on a scale from 1 to 10, and 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. How passionate are you when you wake up? Do you wake up with tremendous excitement and enthusiasm? Do you wake up looking forward to the day ahead, or do you find it very difficult to wake up? Do you need to hit the snooze button 4 times before you get out of bed, or do you literally burst out of bed with enthusiasm, ready to take on the day? And anywhere in between. I mean, if you're obviously waking up with tremendous enthusiasm, you're a 10. And if you're having tremendous difficulty waking up, and it takes you 15, 20 minutes to get out of bed, you might be at a 1 or 2, and anywhere in between. But give yourself a score on a scale from 1 to 10 as to how much passion you wake up with on a given morning. Second question is, on a scale from 1 to 10, each day brings a number of challenges. You know, a lot of times people are saying it was good or bad. My belief is it's just stuff. It's the stuff that life brings. Obstacles, challenges. Hey, there's mountains to climb, there's rivers to cross. And with those challenges that come at you every day, do you meet those challenges with enthusiasm? Do you meet them with belief? Do you meet them with expectation that you will overcome them and that you have the ability to overcome all things? If you meet every challenge and expectation with tremendous excitement and enthusiasm, you're operating at a 10. If you get overwhelmed and discouraged and frustrated time and time again, and you literally withdraw from the obstacles and challenges, obviously you'd be at a 1. And again, anywhere in between. If you're at a place where there is some enthusiasm, but there is more frustration, maybe you'd be at a 4. And if there was a lot more enthusiasm and a little less frustration, maybe you're at a 7. But give yourself a score on a scale from 1 to 10 as to how you meet the challenges and the different obstacles that come at you on a daily basis. And then the third question is, at the end of the day, maybe you put your head down on the pillow. Do you have some type of standard that you hold yourself up to as to how you lived your life during the day? Some type of standard, like you look at your life and you're able to say, you know what, I lived today meaningfully, I lived with passion, I loved people, I gave it my best, I lived with excellence. Do you have some type of standard that you hold yourself up to at the end of the day? And obviously, if you have no standard that you hold yourself up to during the day, you're at a 0 or you're at a 1. And if you've got a tremendous amount of standards that you hold yourself up to during the day, for instance, there might be a standard of loving people, a standard of giving 100% and being as excellent as you can be, a standard of integrity and being a person of honesty as you go through the day, you'd be at a 10. And again, the scores will vary anywhere in between. So 3 questions, and you have the potential to score anywhere from 30 to 0. And what I'd like you to do is just add those totals up, and let me share with you just a little bit about what we notice with people. If you scored 27 and above, you are a person who is living an intensely passionate life. You're living a purpose-driven life. Let me tell you, you're in the right place, and you're going to live a life and make a tremendous difference and contribution to this world. If your score was somewhere between 23 and 26, you are living a purpose-driven life. You can sharpen it. It can get better. There are some things you can do to clarify your purposes. If your score was somewhere between 18 and 22, purpose is there, but it's getting a little foggy. You're living and there's some clouds around you, and you really need to kind of break through those clouds and get a clearer vision of why you're here and what you're meant to do and the things that you're meant to contribute to the world. There has to be a lot more clarity. If your score was somewhere between 13 and 17, you're in a place where it's extremely foggy, and you're going to have to do a lot of work. You're really going to have to work on yourself. You really need to take some time and go to a quiet place and evaluate and ask yourself the important questions, the questions as to why am I here? What do I really want? What do I want to accomplish? What are the things that I'd like to do? Get yourself in a quiet place and just suspend all your limiting beliefs. Get yourself into a place where you're dreaming. And really start to dream like you did when you were a kid. Remember when you were a kid, you dreamed about being a great ball player, or dreamed about being a great surgeon, or dreamed about being a great ballerina. Get yourself in a place where you're dreaming and just start to answer those questions. And if your score was 12 or below, you need to do some tremendous work on yourself. You really need to spend some days in a quiet place and really start to get in tune with your major purpose in life, and start to get in tune with the reasons, again, why you're here, and get yourself in a place where you start to dream again and set yourself free from all those limitations and all those disabling doubts that just seem to cripple so many people. Get yourself in a place where you just simply break through the boundaries and you start to think out of the box and start to dream again. Every one of us has the capability to be living 27 and above. We have that capability to be living life where we're experiencing just tremendous enthusiasm and excitement. We have the ability to wake up every morning in passion, to meet each challenge with tremendous enthusiasm and excitement and belief. And then at the end of the day, to put our heads down and know that we live meaningfully, and just to be able to look at ourselves and say, you know what, I lived out my values, I fulfilled the destiny that I was meant to fulfill today, and then go to bed feeling really great about yourself and about the life that you're living. Try that test out, and then work through some of those things, and really get yourself in a place where you are living a purpose-driven life.